So recently there's been this controversy in the Sikh community between two creators, Granth and Joty K. Granth is basically like this fitness influencer, and Joty K is like a typical IG thought, except she like talks and shit occasionally. That's a great way to sum him up. But anyways, Granth said this on Threads. A non-practicing Sikh telling Sikhs to not follow the Akal Takht Sandesh and Sikh Rahat Maryada is equivalent to me as a non-follower telling Catholics to not listen to the Pope and to undermine his authority, or me telling Muslims that Mecca isn't important. You're not about this life, so don't be surprised when you're called out for your stupidity by Khalsa Sikhs. So I think she's referring to the Akal Takht's decision to ban destination weddings as well as gay marriages. And then Joty K responds with, "Listen, you little homophobic individual, just like you have your extremist opinions, Sajdaris are allowed to have their own. The Granth Sahib was written 300 to 500 years ago, is dated, and we need to accept when it references man and woman in that context, it wasn't intended to address views on homosexuality in either direction. We either adapt or invest in a more refined version of the religion using the same Granth Sahib, but you're not ready for the convo, so you keep yelling outside schools." So the yelling outside schools, I think, is just referring to people protesting about schools teaching their kids about LGBTQ things. So me and Chetan actually already talked about the protests as well as gay marriage as a whole on his channel, so I'll link to that video in the description. So why these two creators are even talking, I think, is because the Akal Takht recently banned destination weddings as well as gay marriages, so hence the homophobic part. And I don't know if Granth was referring to Joty K in particular or what, but Joty K, I guess, decided to respond. And a lot of people were pissed off with her response. And there was a bunch of other TikToks and tweets calling her out as well, which makes sense because, first of all, she doesn't even say Guru Granth Sahib. She just says the Granth Sahib. And then the second time she mentions it, she literally misspells it. So she doesn't really care about Shri Guru Granth Sahib, it appears, right? And then on top of that, she says it's dated and she needs revision. Like, how does that make any sense? Like, if you're really religious, if you really believe in Sikhi, then how can you believe that the gurus were wrong? Because that's essentially what you're saying, because the gurus wrote it, I guess, as well as like some other people as well, but like the gurus co-signed it, right? So how can you believe that is wrong if the gurus wrote it, right? Then you're believing that the gurus were wrong, that the gurus were dated. And like, that just doesn't make any sense if you're really religious, right? Because if you don't agree with that, if you do think it's dated, then that means like you're making your own religion or something. You know, like you can't just be like, oh yeah, well, I'm a Sikh, but like this part right here, yeah, that doesn't really make sense. So that's wrong. That's dated. Like, you can't say that. That doesn't make any sense. How can you pick and choose between religion? A lot of people do that and it pisses me off, you know? But yeah, I just think she's straight up wrong. Like, if you think it's dated, then like you should just not follow it. Like, how can you follow Sikhi, call yourself a Sikh, and then also be like it's dated? That just doesn't make any sense to me, you know? So what is my opinion about like gay marriage and stuff? You know, like, I'm not really religious. So honestly, if gay people want to have an antakarj, if people want to have destination weddings, like, I don't have a problem with it myself. I just don't care, you know? But I think if you are a Sikh, you know, if you are a gay Sikh, or if you're a Sikh and you want to have a destination wedding, you shouldn't, because like you yourself, like, if you're really about it, you know, and you read the Bani and all this kind of stuff, then why would you want to have an antakarj as a gay dude? You can't, right? It says man and a woman. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, that's just the rules, bro. Like, you can't be like bending the rules and shit, right? Destination weddings, I don't know. That's just like a weird. Just do it in the Gurdwara, bro. Just have like the parties and shit. And, like, you know, whatever. It's just like, that's just like a stupid thing. It's not even that important, I think. Now, for Joty K, you know, clearly a lot of people are pissed off at her. A lot of people, I think, are even like she's basically getting canceled. I don't think we should cancel her. I think, you know, people are entitled to their own opinions, and yeah, like, you know, just call her an idiot and move on. Like, why are people like so serious to be like, oh, fuck you if you follow her, if you support her, man, fuck this shit and all? Like, come on, calm down. It's not that deep. That's the problem with religion, you know. It's just like people take like it gets way too serious way too quick, bro. Like, for me, again, it's just like, as long as no one's getting harmed, like, bro, you know, it's cool, whatever, bro. You said some stupid shit, let's move on, you know, cool. But yeah, that was the situation. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? If I'm wrong, if Joty's wrong, if you support Joty, let me know in the comments. Subscribe for more content, drop a like, follow me on all my socials. Peace.